Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to Eric the Unready. Picking back up where we left off last time. We just got to this fair, St. Barchan's Day Fair. So let's see what we have to do here. We have to get something. I can't remember what all the items are. It wasn't a chamber pot of tomorrow. I don't think that was listed a minute ago, but I don't think it is. Oh, the book is. We already got the book. That's in our inventory. Herald. He's a herald. He's a heraldic looking herald. Apparently it's hard to pronounce too. Let's look at the people. People are filled with a feeling of anticipation that precedes a special event. They have an eager look in their eyes and their steps quicken as they approach the entrance. Examine the road. Okay, road winds up into the hills of the west. Okay. Examine the scroll. The herald catches you peeking at the scroll, clears his throat theatrically, and pronounces, Hear ye, by the grace of His Majesty King Fudd, the soon-to-be deceased, ye are hereby welcome to the Festival of St. Barchan. The following are the rules of the festival. Witches shall remain clothed at all times, except when circumstances dictate otherwise. Dang. Bodily functions are to be discreetly handled. Of spitting there shall be none, nor of spritzing, nor hawking of loogies. How about farting? In addition, you may not vomit. Barfing, hurling, and puking likewise shall not be countenanced. Nor shalt thou spew, nor toss thy cookies. Blowing chunks is right out. Punishment for engaging in any of these activities is 10 minutes in the stocks. Have a nice day. Okay. I have the feeling we might need that information now that I think about it. So farting, I guess, is okay. By the way, we're on day 5 now. What happens if I say fart? You don't need to use the word fart in this game. Well, what good is this game then if I can't use the word farts? Okay. You join the stream of people and soon come to the heart of the fair. A well-trampled meadow surrounded by food stalls, tents, and pavilions. The crowd swirl around you, revealing occasional glimpses of strolling musicians, jugglers. I'm struggling to talk. Jugglers, sword swallowers, jesters, and fire eaters. In the very center of the field is a striped maypole that is topped by a long red scarf. Nearby, a whole boar is roasting on a spit that turns under the watchful eye of a burly cook. Gaming areas lie to the west and northeast. The stockade is to the east, and a path leads north to a natural amphitheater. You can leave the fair by going south. I need to go talk to the herald. I just realized I forgot to do that. Talk to herald. Your name wouldn't have to be Harold, would it? Why, yes, it's a name that's been in the Tribune family for years. Herald Tribune. That's a newspaper, I think, isn't it? Why do heralds always say hark? Well, it sounded bloody silly if he ran around saying snorkel, wouldn't it? Can't very well get people's attention that way. Probably could. But he looks so different in the other picture. That's my formal portrait. I use it when I'm making official announcements. For casual conversations like this, I use my everyday picture. That's funny. Tell me about the fair. It's a wonderful fair, loved by all, except people with queasy stomachs. Just go inside and listen to the storyteller in the amphitheater. He'll tell you everything you need to know. Bid thee farewell. Well, we didn't really learn that much there, but oh well. We did it. It's done. Okay, so let's examine everything. Poke me with a fork. I think I'm done. It's clean white apron that says, poke me with a fork. I think I'm done. Okay. Salmon boa. It's a beautiful red scarf that unfortunately is far over your head. Examine the shelf. The cook slowly turned to spit, mumbling to himself about having forgotten something. He wears a clean white apron that says, "Poke me with a fork, I think I'm done." Every once in a while, an ember flies out of the fire and lands on the apron. But it doesn't seem to bother either the chef or the apron at all. Interesting. Seems like that might be fireproof. Might need that. Boar stretched out on the spit. The skewer runs right through its empty, gaping mouth. Knowing us, Eric, we could probably use a good fireproof apron if that's really what it is. Fairgoers. The fairgoers mill around the fairgrounds, enjoying the festive atmosphere of the fair. It's a cheerful little fire, just right for the roasting of a boar. What about the maypole? It's about 30 feet tall and greased within an inch of its life. From the very top of the pole, a long red bow. Okay, so it's greased, so we can't go up. The spit is hard-working and conscientious. It keeps the boar from falling into the fire, which is more than you've ever done with a boar. It's a good spit, the kind that would have made its mother proud, except spits don't have mothers. Which is one reason why they're all so melancholy. Huh. I'm noticing that meat is an option here. You're Eric the Unready, mighty hero. Does it strike you that talking to a boar is just a little strange? Just thought I'd see what would happen. Oh, dang it, that's not what I meant to do. Talk to is what I meant to do. Who gets to eat the boar? It's the fair organizers. As soon as it's done, I've got to change into my posh clothes and deliver it to them. The boar looks done to me. What are you waiting for? I know I've forgotten something. I just can't remember what it is. Could it be herbs, the spices, special sauce, sesame seed bun? Surely you've heard that barbecued meat contains all kinds of carcinogens. What do you care? You're not the one who's going to be eating it. And don't call me Shirley. Okay. Didn't realize we called him Shirley, but okay. Okay, can I call you Chrome Dome? Sure, assuming you won't mind if I stuff hot coals down your pants. What's with the red scarf up there? The boa? It belongs to Lily. Go to one of her shows in the amphitheater and you'll learn all about it. I don't believe we have any more to say to each other. Parsley, sage, rosemary, thyme. Okay, so we need some sort of cooking thing for him. Man, there's a lot of directions to go here. Okay, to the stockade. Push your way through a dense circle of people gathered around the stocks. The pillar is a clumsy wooden affair with holes for the neck and wrists. It is currently empty, and the crowd eagerly waits a new target of abuse. A pavilion lies to the east, and the meadow to the west. Stocks are currently empty. Fool's Pavilion. You have stumbled into a convention of fools. You see some scorecards here. A burly-looking fool comes up to you and hits you with a pig's bladder and says, "Fool's auditions this way." He sits you down in front of 3 sour-faced judges. Go ahead, one of them says. Be funny. Let's read the book. Is the book funny? Even glancing at the cover makes you drowsy. The judges score your activity. They throw out the high and the low score, giving you a 3.4. One of them says, "You'll have to do much better than that if you hope to win your Fool's Cap." Okay, so we need to win a Fool's Cap somehow. So we're going to have to do something silly. Examine judges. They look like members of the Politburo with silly hats on their heads. What if we talk to judges? Have you ever heard of Mo, Larry, and Curly? Why, yes, Mo Thistlebottom, Larry of Southwark, and Curly Fries. They're the most respected auteurs in the business. Their treatise of the two-finger eye poke is a classic in the field. Very high on the meter. If I became a fool, do I get April the 1st off? Of course not. Don't be an idiot. Well, be an idiot, but not in that way. Tell me about those hats. They're actually very sturdy. There's a steel cap inside to protect your head from thrown objects, and the whole thing is fireproof. In case someone tries to set you on fire. Well, that sounds like we definitely need one of those hats. Do any of you guys ever go bad? Yes, occasionally fools can go over to the dark side of humor. The last time it happened, we banished the evil jester to Kyrandia, and he hasn't been heard of since. What are you two guys on the ends doing with your other hands? Don't really want to know. None of your business. Get on with the audition. Thank you, good night. You've been a great audience. Wow, 3.9. What if I moon the judges? Oh, what? Yes! I was thinking that I didn't think that was going to do it. I figured we needed it for something else. One of the judges stands up and intones, by virtue of the power vested in me by the Fool's Guild, I hereby name you an apprentice fool. You are entitled to wear this hat at all times, and to return in 1 year to qualify for full membership in the guild. He gives you a fool's cap and escorts you out of the pavilion to the stockade. Now get in there and make a fool of yourself. He says, make us proud. Okay, you push your... Oh, I thought we were supposed to get in it. Okay. So we're free to do whatever, right? Fool's cap is very deceptive. Although the exterior is floppy and has bells on it, the interior is essentially a steel skull cap, presumably designed to deflect the heavy objects that people feel obliged to heave at fools. A police nymph drags in a disreputable-looking man and locks him in the stocks. The crowd boos and jeers at the poor unfortunate. He makes a face which only eggs them on and encourages them to start throwing things. So, I feel like we definitely need to wear the cap. Put on the fool's cap. He looks resigned to his fate, although occasionally he responds to the taunts of the crowd. When he does so, every word with an S is accompanied by a spray of spittle that moves everyone back a good paces. A good 2 paces. Let's talk to the prisoner. Well, I can talk to him. I wasn't thinking I could. What's your name? Name is Thethel Thimpleton. And I don't know why I come here every year, because I always seem to end up in the stocks. Here, catch. Sir, go ahead. Make fun of me. Everyone else does. Are you comfortable? Make a good living. Don't think about your nose. If you do, it might start to itch. Think. I'll try not to keep that in mind. Try this one. She sells seashells by the seashore. I can't speak plainly anyway, so I'm not one to make fun of anybody for stuff. Only a thaw mind would be amused by such a death. I think I've told you enough for now. Thank heaven for no neighbors. I can't. Okay. So, I'm assuming at some point we're going to need to be in the stocks. Because it told us earlier what the rules were. And we've got something that's fireproof and can protect our heads. So, yeah, I'm assuming that's what we're going to do. So, what directions have we not went? Yeah, there's a lot of directions here. Shooting gallery. You have wandered into a shooting gallery manned by a friendly-looking barker. The pavilion is long and narrow, with 3 rows of moving targets at the far end. The barker gives you a crossbow and says, "Shoot at any target you like." Okay. Examine the barker. Examine the wenches who are wandering by the booth. The barker calls out to a passing serving girl, "I've got the time, honey, if you have the beer." Okay, that's pretty weak. Examine the crossbow. It holds a seemingly inexhaustible supply of quarrels. Well, that's useful. Let's check out the targets. Bottom row is lions, the middle row tigers, and the top row bears. "Oh my," says the small voice in your head. The barker spots 2 women in the crowd and says to you, "The blonde was mine. You can have the redhead." What's the word that I was pursuing either right now? What's the sign say? The signs say, "Ladies welcome and great prizes." Okay. So shoot targets with crossbow. I'm assuming it's not going to be this easy. Or maybe it will be. The crossbow strikes the target. "Congratulations," says the barker. He hands you a chicken. A good-looking girl wanders by, and the barker lets out a loud wolf whistle. Okay, well, it seems like it might have been that easy. There's a limp rubber bird with a scrawny yellow skin. Okay, so it's a rubber chicken. Okay. Reaches out and grabs the crossbow. You can't have people walking off with equipment. That makes sense. The amphitheater. You're sitting on the hillside that makes a natural amphitheater overlooking a stage. There's a sign here. Beyond it, a path leads around north to the stage entrance, and another leads off to the west. Okay, let's examine the... Oh, I already examined the chicken. Stage is currently empty. Okay, nothing to do here much, huh? Burly stage door manager appears from nowhere and says, "Entry by invitation only. Get lost." Okay, so we can't go backstage. Pavilion of Tomorrow. The Pavilion of Tomorrow is packed with futuristic technology which sets out what life on Taurus will be like in the not too distant future. On the main table are a hoop, a chamber pot, a rubber band, an odd-looking kitchen device, a viper's cage, a gong, a model of a catapult, and an aardvark. On a pedestal off to one side is a very large leech. The only exit lies east. In the cage you see a viper. Okay. Can I take the rubber band? Okay. I was going to say that looks like something that you could take. Chamber pot. I was wondering what. Soon previews will be a thing of the past. Instead, everyone will have his own personal chamber pot permanently attached to his or her rear end. Think of the convenience. No more midnight sorties out into the dark. No more shared facilities. Each pot will be contoured to fit the posterior of the individual. With the chamber pot of tomorrow, instant relief is always just behind you. How do you empty it? Wouldn't you need to empty it? Catjet 3 Assault Catapult. This is a working model of the Catjet 3 Assault Catapult. This weapon is years from completion, but when it goes into production, it will revolutionize the art of siege warfare. Note the sleek modern design. The new reduction gear windlass will only take 5 peasants to operate instead of the now standard 15. In addition, the casualty rate due to misfires will only be 1 death per 6 launchings. That's a relief. Higher trajectory for clearing castle walls. Special livestock option for flinging cows and other large farm animals. The deluxe model, Louis the 15th edition, will have a special peasant switch to give new meaning to the phrase "serfs." Oh, that's so mean. It's so mean. Okay, I guess the Viper. Judicial innovation, trial by Viper. Years from there, a system of trial by ordeal will be regarded as barbaric. Replacing it will be the more scientific trial by Viper. Recent studies show that guilty people sweat more than innocent people, and the Vipers are particularly sensitive to the kind of sweat a guilty person produces. Because, there's different types of sweat, based on... There's guilt sweat, non-guilt sweat, sweat, sex sweat, just exercise sweat. Lots of different ones. Trial by Viper will require both parties in a lawsuit to put their arms inside a Viper's cage. Because the Viper abhors the sweat of the guilty, it will bite the arm of the innocent man. Once the guilty party has thus been identified, the court will force him to pay restitution to the estate of the innocent man, who will have died with the satisfaction of having given his life to the cause of justice. I'm good. Frivolous lawsuits would not be an issue, though. Of course, proper lawsuits would probably be like, you know what? That guy definitely owes me money, but I'm just good. I'm good. You know what? He broke in, stole a bunch of stuff from me, but I think I'm good. What about the leech? Giant leech. Bloodletting is a slow, painful process that barber surgeons now believe may actually be harming their patients. In the world of the future, giant leeches like this one will speed up the process tenfold. Yeah. What about the aardvark? Personal hygiene system. Exhaustive research has recently revealed that all the people who have ever died of the Black Death, none has ever expired while holding... None has ever expired while holding an aardvark. Futurists predict that the anteater's amazing prophylactic powers will be sought by so many people that within the next 10 years, every man, woman, and child on Taurus will carry an aardvark with them at all times. I don't think that's going to help anything. At the Loop. Portable windows of the future. Castles can be such dreary places. Now you can liven them up with a new portable window. In the world of tomorrow, travelers won't leave pleasant vistas up to chance. They'll carry their windows with them. Comes with a pull-down shade for portable privacy. Okay. What about the gong? Signaling device. Ever had a problem getting service in a tavern? This personal signaling device will eliminate that headache forever. Whenever you wish to attract the attention of that wandering waiter, simply bang on the gong. It sends an unmistakable message that will be sure to attract the waiter, if not the management, to your side post haste. I'm pretty sure anybody who would want to beat you up as well. Which probably be quite a few. Kitchen appliance. It's the amazing new Crush-O-Matic. The all-in-one kitchen appliance of the future. No more slicing, no more dicing. Simply crushes your food to a pulp. Cuts food preparation time in half. The 2,500-pound weight is guaranteed to puree any vegetable or mash any fruit. Kills, plucks, and guts of chicken with a flip of a switch. Some cleanup required. Ew. Great for people with no teeth. I think the only thing I haven't looked at is the marble, right? Small black marble about the size of a large bill. Can I take it? As you reach for the marble, your fingers brush up against the cat jet's third launching mechanism. The hair trigger on the catapult fires. The black marble arches through the portable window, nearly misses the window shade, and strikes the gong. A very large, very stupid troll lumbers into the room. Display not touch, he recites mechanically. He finds the marble and reloads the catapult. Knuckles dragging against the floor, the troll lumbers away again. I remember this part. Don't remember everything I need to do, but I do remember this part. Is that a switch? Looks like a switch on the back of the thing. Let's examine the shade. Small piece of translucent material that is currently raised. Okay. Pull shade. Lower the shade. Okay. So what happens if I take the marble now? As you reach for the marble, your fingers brush up against the cat jet 3 launching mechanism. The hair trigger on the catapult fires. The black marble arches through the air. It hits the closed window shade. The marble drops down into the viper's cage, falling directly into the viper's open mouth. The snake closes its mouth and makes ready to swallow the marble. Seconds later, he realizes his mistake and spits the marble out at high velocity. It strikes the gong with a resounding clang. Okay, so what if we were to put the rubber band on the viper? Thinking very guilty thoughts, you put your hand inside the cage and slip the band over the viper's mouth. The snake tries to hiss at you, but comes out. Okay. I feel like this is still going to be not quite what we need to do. Okay. Marble drops down into the viper's cage and hits the viper square in the head. The marble rolls out of the cage. The aardvark mistakes the marble for a large, particularly juicy black bug. Starts to give chase. He scurries across the table and crashes into the gong. Can you give the chicken to the aardvark? Oh, whoa, wait a second. No. Erase. I just noticed the aardvark collar. The collar has a convenient place to attach a leash. Tie bungee cord to aardvark collar. You hook one end of the bungee cord to the aardvark's collar, the other end to the edge of the table. Okay, let's try it again. I mentioned I remember this part. I remember being very confused about what to do. So the fact that I'm continuing this stuff is kind of shocking me. Aardvark mistakes the marble for a large, but is soon pulled up short by the bungee. Not to be stopped, the aardvark unfurls its incredibly long tongue, which unfortunately gets entangled in the switch that activates the crush-o-matic. The huge weight falls to the floor and slams into a floorboard, which immediately pivots up and crashes into the gong. Okay. Let's examine the crusher switch. You go and stand next to the crush-o-matic and get ready to flip the switch. But then you notice that your foot is directly under a 2,500-pound weight. Rather than finishing the adventure with feet that look like clown shoes, you decide not to pull the lever. Okay, I think we. Okay, I think there are. I think we need more stuff before we can keep going. I think, but we've already got progress, you know. So yeah. But what if we were to? Oh, floorboard. Wait, what? Examine floorboard. The loose board pivots in the floor like a seesaw. Oh, wait a second. What if we were to put the chicken on the floorboard? Okay, and take the marble. Would that cushion the sound? The huge weight falls to the floor and slams in the floorboard, sending the chicken crashing into the gong. Dang. Let's take the chicken. Do we have something that would be okay, what if we put the fool's cap on the floorboard? And take the marble. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I think we got to yeah, I think we need something else before we move on. But anyway, that is going to be the end of the episode. I do sincerely hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like. Let me know what you think. And subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you next episode. Later there, folks.